Hi folks, Matt the Cruz here from domainwebstudio.com, and today I have Sue Bell with me from themesroom.com, and this is video number 2 with building out the first-time home buyers website with Sue, where we are working together on the project and just building it out in DWS. Now, in the previous video, we just showed you how to quickly set up a project, and in this one we're going to start off by looking at our keyword ideas and taking the information that we gather and importing it into DWS, the keywords that we want. So what we'll do now is we'll open up the last keyword tool, and we're going to key in a project. And Sue, what would you like to start looking off? The idea behind this is you take your top level keyword term. So we've got first time home buyer, this is a keyword term. We've got home buyers, which is higher the vertical. We have real estate, but I think maybe real estate Arizona might be a better one than the term real estate itself. And usually what we do is we just start off with 2 or 3 ideas, and we try and go as broad as Sue's put home buyers in. So we'll run this project, and then what we'll do is we'll apply our creamy filter. And the reason why we call it a creamy filter is because what it does is it goes out and fetches us all the tangent markets. Now, for the guys who are new to us and the themes of community and don't know what a tangent market is, basically what it is a conversation or conversations taking place around a similar topic, like home buyers, for example. So would you like to say something about that?
No, because I was busy thinking of keywords.
So just to simplify this, if you could imagine you're climbing up Mount Everest and you're staying at the top of Mount Everest on the highest peak, and you were looking down and you saw all the other small mountains and hills around you, those peaks would be conversations speaking about the topic within the realm of home buyer or real estate or first-time home buyers. And our objective is to find the conversations where people are spending money. Okay?
Right.
Now usually where people spend money, I usually call them the veins of gold within a hill. If we can identify where people are spending money, we can then very quickly start looking for what exactly are they spending money on, because usually those are the terms that have financial transactions related to them. But what this exercise also does is it allows you to see what keywords are information based, and you can see what type of information people are looking for. So before you even start your project, you get a very good understanding of the lay of the land, if I could call it that.
Right. There's
So once these projects are drilled out, carry on, Sue.
well, there's a couple of different ways that you can look at that topographical sort of an idea. In my mind, it all involves numbers. So, like the elevation of the hill, if you will, is a higher number when you're looking at a topographical map. And so I look at it the same way when I'm looking at competing pages is one way to look at it, so that the peaks are those places that have the most competition. Search traffic is another way to look at it, so that those the peaks are the things that have the highest search traffic, and cost per click is another kind of elevation, so those peaks are the things that are most expensive. And it's interesting when you start to overlay those different topographical maps and you find those things that have low competition but high cost and high traffic, or high traffic, what you were just talking about, high traffic but low cost, which typically indicates an educational term.
Yes.
And the high cost and irrelevant of the traffic, whether it's high or low, is going to indicate more often than not a direct marketing term. Now, the fascinating thing, the reason that I have been fond of the topographical idea is because, let's say you're standing on a mountain peak, like let's say you're standing on real estate as a term, and everything that's contained within that particular mountain are all the keywords that are appropriate to that particular theme. But as you stand on the top of that mountain, you can see other peaks that are around you, and those are the peaks that are tangent from a LSI perspective. And so those particular terms, like the further away they are, the harder they are to see, which means the more tangent they are. And they don't necessarily share any of the same ground space. Doesn't mean that sometimes your market isn't over there, but it means that it's such a widely divergent topic that you might consider putting it not just in a different silo, but actually in a different website.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
yeah, so that's where it's interesting, like to do these drills at the very beginning. I start at the very top of the highest mountain so that I can kind of see what all of the other peaks are going to be around me, and get a feel for, as you say, a feel for the lay of the land, a feel for where everything falls into place in terms of the valuable keywords, the tangent keywords, and the last keyword tool is great for that because it doesn't. Kraken actually looks for things that are more. It looks for the peaks that are close to you. VOMA does a pre-sort for you, and it's only looking at those peaks. It's not interested in any of the valleys, and it only takes them that are so close to you. The last keyword tool, on the other hand, has no filter by default, and so it brings back all kinds of keywords, and you can see for miles and miles and miles sometimes. But also because it's not thematically organized, it doesn't go out actively. Well, I can't really say that. It's not as thorough in its keyword generation in terms of keywords that are actually thematically relevant. So,
But here's an interesting twist though with what you're saying there, Sue, is when we add our cash flow column to this, we start making our perspective per, and this is why the last keyword tool is such a brilliant, powerful tool, because we've got that X-ray vision to look the extra 500 meters or 500 kilometers if we wanted to.
right.
We can see what does those markets mean to us, to our bottom line.
Exactly.
With the cash flow column, I mean, when we use it here shortly. We're coming to the end of this video, so what we'll do next in the next video, guys, is basically we'll use the creamy filter and use the cash flow column filter, and we'll actually go look at the lay of the land and see what we have found. This is Matt the Cruz and Sue Bell from themesroom.com, and we'll see you guys on the next video.